History repeats itself, especially in the NBA. When news broke that Nico Harrison traded away Luka Dončić, Mavericks fans couldn't believe it. A young superstar, homegrown, the face of the franchise, gone. But here's the thing. This isn't the first time a front office pulled a move so shocking that fans never forgave them. From Wilt Chamberlain to Sam Hinkie, every generation of NBA fans has had one GM who made them question everything. Let's take a look at some of the most hated general managers in NBA history and how their decisions shaped the league for better or worse. The story starts in 1968. Philadelphia's front office, led by Jack Ramsay, did the unthinkable. They traded Wilt Chamberlain, the reigning MVP, the most dominant player alive, to the Los Angeles Lakers. The return? Darryl Imhoff, Archie Clark, and Jerry Chambers. Good players, but let's be real. I don't know any of those guys. They weren't Wilt Chamberlain. Fans weren't done. Philly went from championship contenders to a lottery team overnight, while Wilt immediately won a title in LA. Sound familiar? 57 years later, Nico Harrison's Mavericks made a move that echoed Ramsay's, shipped Luka Dončić to the Lakers for an injured Anthony Davis. Both trades felt the same to fans, the franchise-changing talent handed away, and years of regret that followed. Every era has its what were we thinking moment, and Ramsay's Wilt deal might be the blueprint. Fast forward to 1976. The New York Nets had just joined the NBA from the ABA, led by the coolest superstar on the planet, Dr. J. But owner/GM Roy Boe was in financial troubles, so he did the unthinkable. He sold Dr. J to the Philadelphia 76ers for $3 million cash. No trade, no players, just cash. The move destroyed the Nets fanbase overnight. Season tickets were canceled, players were furious, and New York basketball lost its soul. Meanwhile, Dr. J became an MVP and NBA champion in Philly. Bo's name still makes longtime Nets fans cringe. It's the earliest example of an owner treating a generational star like a balance sheet problem, and fans never forgave him for it. In 1980, the Golden State Warriors made a trade that built a dynasty. Just not their dynasty. They sent Robert Parish and the number 3 pick in the draft, which became Kevin McHale, to the Boston Celtics in exchange for the number 1 pick, which they used on Joe Barry Carroll. Boston went on to win 3 championships with Parish and McHale anchoring the front line. Golden State, they drifted into mediocrity for over a decade. The trade became so infamous that Warriors fans use it as a shorthand for the front office stupidity. It took nearly 30 years for the franchise to recover its reputation. Then came the 90s, a GM who built greatness only to destroy it. Jerry Krause, architect of the 6-time champion Chicago Bulls, believed that organizations win championships, not players. That quote became its curse. After the team's 6th title in '98, Krause refused to bring back Phil Jackson, which pushed Michael Jordan to retire and forced a rebuild. Fans saw it as ego over excellence, dismantling the greatest team ever assembled just to prove a point. The Bulls went from championship to a 13-win team within a year. In Chicago, Krause went from genius to villain overnight. He's proof that sometimes it's not the bad trade that fans hate the most, it's the pride that ends greatness too soon. Ironically, one of the players Golden State traded away decades earlier, Kevin McHale, would later make his own mark as a GM for all the wrong reasons. As the Timberwolves front office head through the 1990s and 2000s, McHale oversaw years of mediocrity that wasted Kevin Garnett's prime. The worst moment? The Joe Smith scandal, an illegal contract that cost Minnesota 5 first-round picks. Fans were furious and the franchise never really recovered. Eventually, McHale traded Garnett to Boston, helping his former team win a championship, while his old Wolves bottomed out. For Minnesota fans, McHale's tenure felt like a cruel loop. The player that once played for Boston years earlier now gifting Boston another title, this time from the GM chair. If you ask modern fans about the worst trade ever, they might not say Wilt or Luka. They'll say Billy King. In 2013, King, then GM of the Brooklyn Nets, went all in to try and win a quick championship. He traded multiple unprotected first-round picks to the Celtics for Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Jason Terry, all past their primes. Boston turned those picks into Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. The Nets got 1 playoff series win, and the total franchise collapse. For years, fans watched the Celtics rise using those Brooklyn picks. Thanks Billy King became a running joke and a painful one. The trade didn't just fail, it defined a decade of Nets basketball. Finally, we reached the modern era's most polarizing GM, Sam Hinkie. To some fans, he's a genius who played the long game. To others, He's the man who made the Philadelphia 76ers unwatchable for 3 straight seasons. Hinkle's strategy was simple: lose on purpose to win later. He traded veterans, stocked draft picks, and turned trust the process into both a rallying cry and a punchline. It eventually gave Philly Joel Embiid, but also years of embarrassment. 10, 18, and 19-win seasons that tested every fan's patience. Hinkle resigned under league pressure, never getting to finish what he started, and while the process finally produced an MVP, fans still argue whether the pain was worth it. From Jack Ramsay's Wilt trade to Nico Harrison's Luka deal, NBA history keeps proving one thing: no matter the era, the wrong front office move can turn legends into rivals and fans into enemies. Some GMs are remembered for building dynasties, others are remembered for destroying them. And while players write the highlights, it's the GMs who often write the heartbreak. Which GM decision do you think was the worst? Comment below and don't forget to subscribe for more NBA deep dives.